Hey there, Richard from No Pants Profits, and welcome back to No Pants Profits. Today we're going to be talking about some of the new investments in the ARK Ventures Fund, which is a venture capital fund, which just launched from Kathy Woods, along with the Titan application that's running it on the back end. Now, starting off, there are 5 companies in the first round of investments in this fund, and these are the 5 companies that you can get either from ark/ventures.com or in the Titan application. So the next company we're going to look at, or one of the companies we're going to look at, is called Flexport. What do they do? What is everything they do? So let's take a look at it in the Titan app, and then we'll take a look at it on ARK Invests page. Flexport is a tech-enabled platform that helps customers manage their supply chain. The company arranges goods to be transported and subsequently tracks the inventory in real time for orders carried by ocean, air, and road freight, enabling logistics companies to optimize transportation routes and inventory management. Funded in 2013, so almost 9 years old and still a private company. So it is a logistics company, and I love logistics. Some of the biggest logistics companies in the world are Amazon, FedEx, UPS, everything like that. So we're going to check in my favorite place to check out new companies, which is actually called Crunchbase. So you can check a lot of this for free on your own, but let's look up Flexport. So we got Flexport, Flexport. And we'll see that Flexport has been funded to a tune of $2.2 billion, and they have already had 2 acquisitions and 1 exit. Well, what does that mean? Well, all of us as investors, we are hoping for what's called an exit, and we're hoping for a profitable exit. And not just a profitable exit, but a super duper 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 profitable exit. So what an exit is when a private company takes a company and sells it, or takes a company and goes public. And an acquisition is obviously when a private company buys another private company, or even, let's be honest, buys a public company. Now, they have gone through a lot of funding rounds. You can see they are in Series E. So they've raised $2.2 billion so far, over 15, so 10, and then an extra 5, just to count on all the fingers, funding rounds. And what's weird is their Series E was slightly less than their Series D. So we can actually look at the funding rounds. We can see who invested, but let's take a look at kind of who got in first. So let's just take a look. Series A, 2014, Rugged Ventures. If you know anything about crypto, Rugged Ventures is a pretty funny thing. Hopefully they don't get rugged, but it doesn't look like they got rugged. Y Combinator. So it was a Y Combinator darling, which is a startup generator. If you know anything about Y Combinator, it's where companies go. They say, hey, I want to start a startup, and really kind of take a look there. I mean, there's a lot, 41 investors here. We've got a convertible note for Flexport, which was just a way of buying in between rounds. Series C, this is a pretty big round here. Let's take a look at this round. See, we've got a lot of companies. We got Wells Fargo in here. So we've got big public companies investing in this company right here, meaning we are in very, very good company. Now, important, we are later in the game here, so there's not as much to be made. These are what are called late-stage venture companies. And being late-stage venture companies, there's not as much upside. So you're not going to make 100 times your money, but there's not as much risk. So not as much upside, not as much risk. It's what's called a double-edged sword. If you don't have as much upside, you don't have as much risk. It's a double-edged sword. But it's a good thing, it's a bad thing. Again, this is not a business-to-consumer company. It's going to a business-to-business company. So this doesn't really matter if we're looking at, let me refresh this real quick. The monthly website visit growth, but you can see there's actually a lot of people visiting this website every month. And we're going to go ahead and we'll see, we can see monthly visit growths. And they've actually had a lot of increased activity in Hong Kong, of all places. So kind of an interesting thing. Hong Kong, Vietnam, a lot of the Asian countries, the growth has gone up dramatically. So this is a place that you can look. You can go look at Crunchbase and you can see where the engagement's coming from. And where the engagement seems to be coming from right now is Asia. They're just getting over the what do we call it? The cocoa. Don't want to say it because things get weird, but they're just getting over the cocoa. And look at that, 2,000%. Which is like insane. So Flexport.com, they're in a Series E. Again, most companies will do a seed round, a Series A, Series B, maybe a Series C, and then go public. They're going longer They're taking a little bit longer to go public. Let's take a look at their website. Again, I like to see that they're hiring, and the fact that they're hiring shows that they are poised for growth. So take control of your supply chain, accelerate performance, and grow your entire supply chain. Let's look at their products. Okay. So they've got all kinds of different products. It is a very diversified portfolio. So you've got a main platform. You can track your shipments. And this is not for UPS tracking, FedEx tracking for an individual. This is actually designed for companies to track their stuff all over the world. So it's for container tracking, for ocean freight, for air freight, for everything like that, for trucking. So you can track all kinds of different things. Find out what your supply chain can do. So it's a cyclical cycle. Grow, ship, clear, protect, grow, ship, clear, protect, grow, ship, clear, protect. They're in 80 plus countries, plus really growing in a lot of Asian countries, which I like. 265K plus shipping documents, digitized and sped for accuracy. 4.8 million milestones tracked annually. So they're visible, scalable, connectable. So let's look. Connectable, where everyone can connect and everything can connect. So this is a B2B to B thing. So this is a B2B to other businesses. So you're selling to shipping companies that are eventually selling to other companies. There's a lot of business here. So this is not where you're going to find you find a Twitter. We want to take a look at their Twitter. You're not going to find a lot of stuff there, but there we go. Flexport on Twitter. It's got 23,000 followers for what sounds like a boring logistics company. I like it. That means there's a lot. Look, 6 hours ago, there's a lot of engagement. And I love the fact that there's a lot of engagement here. It's really showing that they're engaging. They've got customers. They've got excited customers. This looks like a great company that Kathy and her team chose. But again, I like to look at careers. Now, why do I look at careers? Because I like to look at companies actually growing. So we can see ready to apply, select team. I can browse all locations. Let's see open roles across everything. Yes, new grad, full stack. So it is a software company first and foremost. They're looking for interns or free work. You've got account executives, which are salespeople. They are growing, and look, they're growing. Again, we saw a lot in the Asian markets. Yeah, there you go. Business Excellence Manager, Asia. Hong Kong, Client Solutions Analyst. So they are, if we're really digging into what's going on, this is a play on Asia. Now, you do have falling currencies in relation to a dollar. So that is a risk. You want to understand that is a risk, falling currencies in relation to a dollar. But overall, looking into Asia and looking at that growth in Asia, they're hiring for Asia. They're getting that traffic to their website from Asia. It's a really interesting, and they're hiring in the US as well. They're hiring all over, which means not only are they taking this money, but they're going to be putting this money to use. I like Flexport. I like this choice for Kathy and her team at ARK Ventures, as well as the team over at Titan that's working on this as well. Great choice. Love Flexport, but again, it is very late in the game, so you're not going to make as much, but it's a lot safer. This was an overview of Flexport in the new ARK Ventures Fund, and this is Richard from No Pants Profits, reminding you that when you wear no pants, you've got nothing left to lose but your shirt. If you got any questions, leave them below. Have a good one. Bye!